So today's practice focus is connecting to our inner healing power. Each of us within us have this tremendous healing power. It is always there, known as presence, as spaciousness. As we know in the physical body, often when there is pain, is because there's a lack of space or compression. At the mental level, when the thoughts seems very solid, that's where we feel pain. So spaciousness, presence, playfulness are our inner healing power. Let's come to this seated position, and with the hands behind us, a little bit of windshield wipers. With this COVID-19 situation, all of us are experiencing losses, separations, and so on. And so all of us are somewhat in a grieving experience, and it is so important to recognize we have tremendous internal healing abilities. So let's turn the knees to the left side. We're bending the right leg. For some of us, the right heel will be flexed, maybe pointing this way. Now as we inhale, rolling to the outside of our left hip, and as we exhale, gaze to the belly and rounding this way. Inhale, twisting. So the right hip comes on top of the left. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, twisting, torso towards the back. Exhale, rounding. Inhale. Now if you want, take that right arm with you. Exhale. And you're sitting, gaze to the belly. Inhale. If you want, right arm towards the back wall. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Very nice. So we're on that outer left hip, maybe using padding underneath here as we come onto our form. The right leg could go back, and this is our deer posture. So deers, when it's warm, they find a shady spot and they settle onto the earth, very still and aware. Find a position where there's a sense of ease, abundance in the inner body. Perhaps forehead on something. Breathing through the nose. The breath is long, longer than our everyday breath. the more present, the more we are in our healing power, healing dimension. So here, let's be on the left forearm, and then just for a few breaths, top arm, right arm over the ear. The intention is to create openness, spaciousness along the waist. Top arm towards the wall behind us. Top leg towards, away from the hip, the shoulder. Good, and release. Now come onto hands. I meant to say come onto your buttocks. Before we do the second side, we're going to lie on the back. Bring the knees to the forehead. And then rest the head onto the mat. Hands down to the hips. Lower legs parallel to the mat. Flexion of the feet as if we were pressing the feet into a wall. Inhale here. The muscles along the spine are hugging in. Exhale, extend right leg, foot towards bottom of the mat. Inhale. Return to that starting position. Exhale, left side. Inhale. Starting position. Exhale, right side. Inhale. Exhale. So repeating this way. Attention in this moment, sensing the work, physical, muscular work here. If we feel strong, at times we could do both legs extended. One leg at a time is really nice. Maybe at times both legs together. Exhale, maybe legs more up to the ceiling for something gentle. Listen to the prana, quality of our inner vitality. And then hands behind the knees, blissful baby posture, of course, movement through the ankles. If we are aware of our thoughts, if there is even a slight, slim dimension of awareness, we're into our healing power. Hug the knees and roll maybe to the side or just up to our seated position. Windshield wipers, seated windshield wipers. As we roll on the outside of the hip, the other top hip, more and more on top. So the second side, legs to the right side, maybe pointing that left foot close to the hip. Inhale, so left hip on top of the right, shoulders, torso to the back wall. Exhale, return to that starting position and we can gaze at the belly. Inhale, open the front of the spine. Exhale, gaze to the belly. Inhale, gaze back, torso towards the back wall. Exhale, back to the front. Now if you want, take that left arm with you. Inhale, exhale. exhale. Gaze to the belly. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. So perhaps patting, turn the torso away from the hips. The left leg could go further back. Breathing here so we can rest perhaps forehead on something. Our inner yoga is the practice of very kind, very compassionate to that inner voice. There's a self-talk in the thinking dimension. So we all kind of have that inner voice that talks to itself, and it is the result of our life experiences and our conditioning. At times, the inner narrative can be critical and judgmental. Awareness. That's all we have to practice. Awareness. Recognition that this is the self-talk. It's not the truth. We do not have to believe each thought. We can be with it, allow it to be, with compassion, with tenderness. And then maybe 5 or a few minutes later, that thinking has changed. So let's come to our back, and some of us will like padding underneath. Bring the knees above the hips, flexion of the feet. We're going to imagine as we're flexing the feet that we're riding a bicycle. So the legs can be up to the sky. The legs can be lower. Playful curiosity here. How does this feel in the inner body? Now let's go in the other direction. Breathing in, breathing out. One more breath. Nice, hug the knees. Good job. So left foot, bottom of the mat. Open that right arm out to the side. So good job with being aware and taking care of yourself. Right leg over to the left side. Sense the inner body. Probably belly rises with the in-breath and belly softens with the out-breath. Onto our back, we're going to do bridge. Before doing the same twist on our second side, heels underneath the knees, press the back of the arms into the ground. Once the hips are up, neck, head remain still. Take the feet just a little closer to one another, tiny bit. All the weight on the left foot, take the right leg up. Inhale. Extend that straight right leg towards the bottom of the mat and then bring the right foot flat. All the weight on the right foot, left leg goes up. Inhale. We're lifting the hips and as exhale, extend that left leg out. Bend the left knee, all the body weight on the left foot. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, extend that right foot out and flat. All the weight on the right foot, left leg up. Inhale. Press down through the right foot to lift the hips. Exhale, extend the leg, left foot flat. So repeating this way. It's like walking with the hips in the air. We're lifting one leg with the in-breath, extending and then that foot flat with the exhale. Press down, lift up. And we'll do one more on each side, adapting the practice to how the prana feels. Hips into the mat, hug the left leg, right foot, bottom of the mat. Breathing in. And then we're twisting. Open that left arm out to the side, coming to your twist. So we're fully present, our healing power, our ability to be with the present moment. Of course, it includes thoughts. Naturally, there are images, memories, planning the future, rehearsing the future. So the thoughts will be part of our present experience. But when there is awareness We're not lost in the thoughts. We're not immersed in the thoughts. There's a little bit of space. We've stepped out somewhat of the thoughts and we can see them. We can recognize that they are mental formation. They're not who we are. So let's be on the back. Exhale, hug the knees, perhaps forehead to the knees. And then come up. Maybe roll to the side or just roll up. And let's be here, hands and knees position. Few cat and cows. Exhale, the gaze is at the belly. And as we inhale, belly to the earth. Some of you may have long sleeves. I will suggest bringing those sleeves up so that when we come up to the forearms, we have the benefit of the sticky mat underneath the forearms. So we're going to take those forearms a little more forward. And when we're looking at the elbows, we can see that they're right underneath the shoulders. Some of us will curl the right toes under and straighten the right leg. We have the option of bringing the right knee down. Maybe both legs straight. We can interlace the fingers. The front of the body is lifting up. So right away, internal body temperature is rising. Just checking in with our internal body temperature. Very simple way to be very present. We are in our healing power. Of course, both knees down, perhaps. Inhale. Exhale. We'll take 3 more breaths. Maybe with the knees on the mat. Draw the hips back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, knees down. Let's come perhaps to child's pose or puppy downward dog. We can always take the hips all the way back or not. So earlier today, a memory came back to me, and I had tremendous physical pain. Just that thought brought up physical pain, and I was embracing that. It was on my chest, and so I had my 2 hands on that region of the body, and I was like, thank you. I'm with you. I'm present. I'm allowing you to be. I'm not pushing you away. You're guiding me. You're teaching me that I need to pay attention and be fully present. So that is our healing power. We can always even take our hand to that area or our complete attention onto that area. And it's really nice when this happens and we can be with it versus maybe we're driving or maybe we are in company. So whenever it happens and we're by ourselves, what a chance to really be with that. So let's come to hands and knees onto the belly. So we're choosing here, we're going to do the grasshopper. Maybe the hands are a little ahead, maybe to the side. It can be, some people like to practice with just tip of the fingers touching the earth. That could work for some of us. And of course, we can always practice with the third eye center, forehead on the ground. What we're going to do is lift arms, legs, and 5 breaths here. Sense how the two sides, right and left, working the same way, front and back of the body, working the same way. Probably back of the body here is working a little bit more, and then also upper and lower portion of the body working the same way. Nice. Exhale, release. So let's take the hands next to the ribs and then inhale. It can be a cobra, maybe an upper facing dog, and then maybe puppy downward dog, or maybe child's pose or downward dog. Hips back, head relaxed. Let's turn the lower body to the right side, landing on that outer left hip. Side carrot. So this is our left form parallel to the top edge of the mat, with the elbow underneath the shoulder. As we press down, we're lifting up that lower side of the body. And my top shoulder is perhaps very so slightly a little more forward. We're bending the knees to a right angle, flexion of the feet to a right angle, and then we're coming up. Side carrot posture, because carrots are awesome, beautiful orange color, and we can celebrate those beautiful carrots by embodying a carrot. So we're pressing down, we're lifting up. And 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Shoulders towards the hips. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Come on to a child's pose. Maybe if we feel really tight in the back of the body, it could be with bent knees, standing forward bent. And perhaps working with a block. Very nice. The upper body here should be relaxed.
Even lower body is pretty relaxed and sensing ease, hopefully. So we're going to come to that second side, side carrot posture. Here, onto that right side, so the right form parallel to the top edge of the mat. As we're bending the knees and also flexion of the feet. Here, that elbow is underneath the shoulder, lift of that lower side, lift of the hips. So we can keep both legs bent. If we sense, oh, I could create a little bit more of strengthening, maybe top leg up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now that top shoulder very so slightly forward. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And we'll do one more breath. Nice. All the way down. Bring yourself up, turning to lengthwise onto the mat. And then simply standing forward. But please bend the knees if you notice more joy in the back of the body this way. Breathing in, breathing out. And as we bend the knees, we're dropping the hips and then torso up. So it can always be hands on the knees this way, or leaning a little further back and then torso up. So we're gazing at a point, something not moving. Let's take the arms out to the side, step the right foot back. So the knees are bending here. And then we're coming back to that first posture. This is known as sometimes chair or fierce posture. So weight in the heels and the knees pointing straight ahead with the feet. Now the left foot back and we're balancing here. And you can always do arms to the side. You could touch the wall. You could have a chair. And then we're stepping forward, breathing. All the weight on the left foot. It's the right foot that goes back. Shoulders can be over the hips. And then we're stepping forward. See if you can bend the knees. So this is a lot of work. Left foot back. And then shoulders over the hips. Eyes on the point. We're stepping forward. Bend the knees. Right foot back. And stepping forward. Left foot back. As we bend the knees, shoulders over the hips. And we're stepping that left foot forward. Now you can rest in your standing forward bend. Otherwise, one more time each side.
And stepping back, left foot. Nice. And left foot forward. Nice. Forward bend. But take the feet wide. And if you can, squatting. Any form of squatting. Okay? Can even be with support. Could be a big box. Squatting can be heels up or heels down. Buttocks low or not. Very nice. So we're going to come to your seated position. We had a rest with the hands. We're going to do opening the east side, the front side of the body. So fingers point straight ahead or out to the side. And as we press down through the feet, make sure feet are forward enough. You can always move the feet a little more forward. Lift the hips. Head can release back if we're breathing comfortably that way. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. We're taking the hips down. So let's bend the left leg. And then we're opening the torso to that left side. I'm bending my right knee. Makes for myself this posture a little easier. Opening, torso up. Inhale, left arm up. And then we're resting. Maybe bending the right arm and creating a little support with the right hand for the head. Breathing in. Breathing out. And as we inhale, come up. Inhale, torso turns towards that straight right leg and fold towards the straight right leg. Our internal healing power is awareness. Being with what is. It can be sometimes so intense mentally, physically, emotionally that we want to run away. So we're learning to be with what's going on the inside. So we do that U-turn. Nice, slowly coming up. We're going to do this left hand underneath the shoulder and then lift up. Bring the left lower leg perpendicular to the mat. And we can slide that right foot back. You could do a fist with the left hand. Take the hips forward, arch the whole
right side of the body. Breathing in. Breathing out. Maybe take the hips forward. Shoulders back, arching here. And come back. So move that lower left leg in and you can sit down. Nice. Beautiful. So before we do those same posture on the second side here, Navasana, boat posture. As we heal ourselves, we're healing also everyone else. Because we're all one, we're all connected. So slowly on the back, maybe rest the head. Inhale here. One leg at a time or both legs extended. Inhale, knees over the hips. If you did one leg, do the other leg. Otherwise, both legs out. Good. Bend the knees. Exhale, hug the knees. And then roll up, balancing on the sit bones. Maybe arms to the side. It can always be arms out. And release. Beautiful. So we're bending the right leg. Open to the side. We'll do one more standing posture after this. Okay. Opening. Maybe we're bending the left knee. We can use that left arm to assist the positioning of the upper body. Inhale tall. Space between the vertebrae. Can always bend that lower arm. Breathing in, breathing out. Now as you inhale, come up. Torso towards the straight left leg. Inhale one more time. Exhale, fold. Observing the thoughts, awareness, so we're not pushing away what is. The thinking naturally is judgmental. It's the nature of thinking. Allowing the judgment to be, and then also with a playful curiosity, how does it feel in the inner body? What is that inner experience coming up? So we're going to put weight on the right hand, lift the hips and bring the right lower leg perpendicular to the mat, and most of the weight is on that right leg. So the right hand can be in a fist, close enough. You can take Straight left leg towards the back. Straight left arm over the ear. Hips forward and breathing here. Breathing in. And breathing out. And pivot that right lower leg so you can come to a seated position. Nice. So onto the knees. We're going to do half moon. You can use wall. I'll demonstrate this block. It could be a chair. Half moon can be at the wall with the buttocks against the wall, but make sure your standing foot has like a fist position away from the baseboard. So this is our half moon at the wall. It could be hand on any furniture, okay? You can do it at the wall, half moon. And choosing the side that you want to start on, it's all good. We can gaze at the earth for stability. Breathing in. Energy in that top leg. Flexion of that top foot. Lift up. Breathing. Little moment of a lot of activity. The muscles are hugging the bones. Good. Release. Both feet down. And then let's come up. This is our internal washing machine. So you can pivot on that front leg. Swing the arms. Just shaking the tension that build up. Good, and slowing down like we see animals when they let go of tension, they just shake and let that energy flow. So let's do our second side, half moon, maybe against the wall or a piece of furniture, using what is around you. Breathing in, gaze at the earth for stability. Breathing out. What happens in the standing foot is that more body weight comes on the outside of that lower foot. So here the intention is to press down through that big toe, mouth, inner heel, pressing down into the earth. Lift the top arm, lift the top leg. And both feet down, coming to stand. Woo, good job. Good present moment awareness. Top of the mat or middle of the mat. Inhale, torso, arms up. Interlace the fingers. Let's rest the weight of the head into the palms. Standing back bend. We're lifting the rib cage. Nice. And then shoulders over the hips. Let's take the feet wide. We're squatting, just sitting this way. And then we're going to bring the knees down and come to this all fours position. I'll demonstrate from the back. So the feet a little wider than the knees. Lift of the knee, right knee, inhale. And as you exhale, swing that right leg crossing over to the left side, gaze back at the right foot. Inhale, bend the knee on that right side, then straight right leg. Exhale, swing that right leg crossing over to the left side. Inhale, to the right side. Exhale. Bend the knee to the right side. Inhale. Exhale, and we'll do just one more time this way. Inhale. Exhale. Very nice. And downward facing dog. Puppy downward facing dog. Also really nice option. Knees on the mat. So this is our puppy downward facing dog. Here, feet wider. And yes, we could do this on the form. So it's the left knee that goes up. Inhale, extend the left leg. I will suggest a flex left foot. Exhale, left leg crossing over behind us to the right side. And we can look at that left foot. Inhale, bend the left leg, then extend straight. Exhale, crossing over to the other side. Inhale, exhale, cross behind you, nice. Inhale, exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale, exhale. We'll rest after this. Last effort for this practice. Inhale, exhale. Knees on the mat, and we're coming onto the belly. So we're going to do a quad stretch. Left cheek can be on the left hand, maybe bending on our belly, the right leg and holding a right foot. Option this way, on the left side, if holding the left foot, I meant to say right foot, is in any way a lot on the joints of that right leg, we can also just take the right leg behind us this way. So sometimes all it takes is to be present, and then we're healing the inner experience.
Starting with the inside first. And then the outside will fall in place. So U-turn, starting with the inside first. Now onto that second side, so it can be right cheek on the right hand, bending the left leg. Perhaps on our right side, breathing in. Breathing out. Onto the belly. And as we inhale, cobra or upper facing dog, exhale, downward dog. Knees to the side, buttocks on the floor, legs in front of us, and hug the legs. Let's take both knees to the left side and open the right arm out to the side. The breath flows in with the inhalation. The breath flows out with the exhalation. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Knees to the other side. And left arm opens up. Breathing in. Breathing out. Air inflates the lungs and deflates the lungs. Long in-breath. Long out-breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale.
rolling onto the back. Gentle hug of the legs, and then Shavasana. Thank you for taking maybe 10 or 15 minutes of corpse posture. Gratitude for each of you. Gratitude for the luminous nature inside and outside. May all expressions of that luminous nature be safe, healthy, at peace, free, and joyful in the whole cosmos. Namaste.